The most underwhelming progress belongs to Piccolo. He failed to multiply his stats by dozens, merely growing 1.7 times from 1,400,000 to 2,500,000. Vegeta, after his Namekian resurrection, avoided another disgusting spike, only boosting by 150% to reach 3,700,000. Yet all these numbers become utter garbage the moment they sense two astronomical energies descending from deep space. It is none other than that malaria-stricken Frieza, reborn as a grotesque cyborg with a base form sitting at 8,500,000. He alone could slaughter 2.5 of our strongest Vegetas. To make matters worse, he brought his daddy, King Cold, the self-proclaimed father of the cosmos, carrying 9,900,000 points. Mother of mercy. You tyrants should stay on your ship and vaporize the planet from orbit instead of walking down here. Setting foot on this dirt makes you undisputed gods, because our dying chickens pose zero threat. But wait, a mysterious golden-haired warrior abruptly crashes the party. It is Trunks, the 15-year-old son of Vegeta who sailed through time from a grim future. Damn, the Frosty family is in for a rude awakening. However, the scanner reads a pathetic 3,200,000, rendering him even weaker than Vegeta, like a total scrub. But this boy immediately activates a cheat code by igniting his Super Saiyan aura. His aura explodes to 160 million, slicing the 9 million point Frieza perfectly in half before anyone can even blink. The royal Frieza forgot his power scanner, foolishly assuming the boy draws his strength from that glowing blade. He cunningly tricks Trunks into handing over the weapon for a test swing. Unfortunately for him, an insect wielding a sharp twig cannot execute a soaring dragon. Trunks effortlessly sends the Grand Monarch straight to the graveyard. With a casually innocent blast, moments later, Goku touches down in his personal space pod, radiating a base level of 4,200,000. Recognizing their shared Super Saiyan heritage, the two engage in a brief sparring match to test the waters. To the sheer humiliation of the time traveler, a golden Goku blocks a furious sword strike using only his index finger. The legendary hero has pushed his limits to a staggering 210 million. Trunks spills the tragic lore of his time travel, warning of unspeakable cyborg horrors arriving in 3 years, and predicting Goku will suffer a lethal bout of food poisoning from a bowl of cursed noodles. The boy hands over a magical cure-all medicine and vanishes into the temporal rift. The Earthlings celebrate, yet Vegeta stews in a bitter rage. Once the proudest elite, he now stands in the shadows of peasants. He swears to shatter his limits and overcome the blinding plot armor of our main protagonist. Little does the prince know, no matter how much blood he sheds, Goku will effortlessly unlock a shinier transformation simply by being the golden child of the author. It is agonizingly frustrating. The rest of the planetary defenders commit to brutal training, preparing for a spoiled apocalyptic showdown against the androids 3 years down the line. At this specific checkpoint, Goku secures his throne as the supreme champion with 210 million points. 3 grueling years evaporate, bringing forth the prophesied day of reckoning. The team aggressively hunts for the 2 rogue machines destined to burn the world. Krillin pulls off a miraculous 10-fold multiplier, vaulting from 45,000 to 450,000. Yamcha retains his title as the reigning disappointment, despite growing 6 times stronger to hit 230,000, which ironically matches Vegeta when he clashed with the alien tyrant. However, those two are irrelevant trash when you look at the 3-eyed monk Tien, who breaks the 1,100,000 barrier. Gohan secures 3 million, while Goku chills at 4 million. Bay tells you right now, this squad could easily conquer the cosmos. Even their weakest link rivals the entire galactic invasion force from a few years ago. Yet the nightmare today features 2 mechanical horrors forged by a mortal scientist. Heaven knows where they harvested such indestructible metals to engineer robots rivaling the Emperor of Space. We are dealing with Android 19 possessing a casual 85 million, alongside Android 20, who is Dr. Gero himself packing a sinister 90 million. Holy Mother of Kami, a single unit could butcher the entire Earthling Dream Team. But kindly remember that Goku possesses the Super Saiyan multiplier, instantly skyrocketing to 200 million. So why on earth is he struggling against this obese pale machine boasting only 85 million? The horrifying truth reveals that this abomination absorbs kinetic energy from every incoming ki blast. The monstrous machine grows endlessly stronger, while Goku suffers a sudden catastrophic failure. Cold sweat drenches his face as the lethal heart virus strikes. Despite radiating 200 million points, the lethal infection plummets his combat power down to a miserable 70 million. This cursed plague waited perfectly until the battlefield to trigger. Thanks to Goku arrogantly leaving his futuristic medicine at home, the greatest warrior alive is getting mercilessly thrashed by a bloated metal clown. In that desperate hour, the arrogant Prince Vegeta makes his grand entrance. His base power reads a modest 5 million, but you would be a fool to underestimate him. Vegeta finally unlocks his own Super Saiyan form, buying him endless bragging rights. The 50 times multiplier propels him to a divine 250 million. Naturally, he massacres the bloated android like a helpless infant, pulverizing his metallic skull into a fine mechanical powder. Dr. Gero realizes his impending defeat, so he cowardly retreats to his lab to unleash androids 17 and 18, while the Earthlings soar directly there to obliterate the poor old scientist and his wretched hideout. Once the old man awakens 17 and 18, they brutally crush him to pieces, stomping his brain beyond any hope of revival, before they activate the ultimate machine, Android 16, and casually walk away. Vegeta is furious. They appear right before his eyes, then leave like it is nothing, treating him like a mere pest. So he intercepts them, demanding a fight even though they have not harmed anyone yet. Here, Vegeta is clearly the villain. He instantly flexes his 250 million power level to provoke them. But unexpectedly, the petite Android 18 is built like a tank. Without a single transformation, her power surges to 275 million, beating Vegeta to a pulp, and effortlessly taking down his weakened son along the way. She alone crushes 2 Super Saiyans simultaneously despite being a weaker model, since Android 17 holds a staggering 300 million power level, and the mysterious Android 16 possesses infinite world-destroying capabilities that remain entirely unmeasured. However, this squad is surprisingly decent since they kill nobody, even advising the survivors to take their fallen comrades home for medical treatment. They merely desire to borrow a vehicle for a leisure drive to visit their sick pal Goku. And 18 even leaves Krillin with a gentle kiss that keeps him daydreaming endlessly. Wrapping up this arc, the strongest measurable fighter is 17 with 300 million, alongside the enigmatic Android 16 whose destructive force is immeasurable and who has yet to throw a single punch. A couple of days pass, and the alternate timeline Trunks discovers another of his time machines in a remote location. This belongs to Cell, who murdered Trunks in a different future timeline and traveled back here to consume 17 and 18. Evolving into his perfect form with ultimate maximum power, Kami witnesses this from above and is terrified out of his wits, so he decides to fuse with Piccolo to gain the strength to combat these androids. He becomes a Super Namekian with 265 million power, slightly weaker than 18 at 275 million, yet stronger than Cell at 220 million. Despite this, he still foolishly picks a fight with 17 and his 300 million power level. However, during their fierce clash, Cell creeps in from the shadows. Having consumed tens of thousands of humans, his maximum power has now skyrocketed to 390 million. Both Piccolo and 17 are beaten utterly senseless by him. Truthfully, there is one person capable of stopping Cell, but he stubbornly refuses to intervene. And that is Android 16 with his massive 380 million power level. Wait, the moment Cell attempts to devour 17, 16 immediately steps in and smashes Cell in the face to save his companion. This is his rare first strike that does not involve killing Goku. With a fully mechanical body, he flawlessly prevents Cell from draining his life energy, while unleashing devastating techniques to leave the monster covered in severe injuries. Nevertheless, Cell silently materializes behind 17 and swallows him whole. Evolving into his semi-perfect form, the split-second 16 senses the shifting tides. He instantly bolts away in a frantic retreat without looking back. Tien Shinhan steps up boldly with his tri-beam cannon at 220 million power, shattering the earth with endless barrages. He firmly pins Cell down, buying precious time for 16 to drag 18 away to safety. Meanwhile, Vegeta and Trunks finish their intense training in the hyperbolic time chamber, so they confidently hunt Cell down for a showdown. However, Cell sits at 570 million, while Vegeta is only at 500 million, and Trunks at 480 million. How can they win? Fear not, for Vegeta ascends to his muscular Super Saiyan grade, launching his power straight up to 750 million. He effortlessly toys with Cell like a helpless toddler, feeling deeply disappointed by Cell being so weak. Vegeta arrogantly allows the monster to achieve his perfect form for a more thrilling battle. As Cell takes off, Trunks immediately blocks his path. Thus, Cell is forced to turn back and pathetically beg Vegeta to make his son move aside, demanding Vegeta to intervene immediately. Right then, Cell spots 18 in the distance, prompting Trunks to bulk up his own muscular form to block him. reaching 720 million power. As Trunks charges at Cell, his own father ruthlessly kicks him out of the way.